Hey guys, I am giving you my 20 facts today. I try to pick things that, you guys may know, some of them you may not, some of them are really small, just weird facts, I would say. So I hope this helps you to get to know me a little bit better, and yeah, I'm really excited. So my first fact is one of those just like super random ones that I was telling you about. I had a hermit crab and his name was Pedro La Crabda. Yeah.
When?
I was probably maybe 12 or 13. I thought that the movie Napoleon Dynamite was like hilarious. So I named my hermit crab Pedro La Crabda.
Wow.
I don't know.
I love it.
My second fact is one that I'm sure a lot of you know, but maybe some of you don't. I actually got married in secret. No one knew that my husband and I were going to elope, but we talked about it and we just decided to do it. But the awkward thing was we eloped the day after his birthday, so we were thinking that we were going to kind of get a couple of days to just like chill before we started telling our parents and everyone. But because it was the day after his birthday, a few hours after we actually got married, his mom was like, come up to the house and we'll have like cake for your birthday and all of this. And so we decided, like, we were up there, like if we didn't tell them it would have been worse later. So we actually had to spill the beans much sooner than we were expecting because it was the day after his birthday. So, but you know what, at the same time, it's an easy anniversary to remember. So yeah, it works, right?
What was the reason you guys decided to do that?
He took 2 weeks for a work trip, and we're just giant babies with separation and anxiety, and we just missed each other so much, and it was the first time we had spent a lot of time apart, so I think it really put that into perspective, how much, we really felt that we loved and needed each other in our lives, and we just wanted to seal the deal, get it done. And I've never been one that's been like crazy about a huge wedding or anything, so I've always loved the idea of eloping, and it just felt right, so we went for it. Alright, so my third fact is one that I feel like you guys definitely know, is that I'm actually still not a United States citizen. I do have a green card, but yeah, I'm actually not a US citizen, and it surprises a lot of people, and then a lot of people hear that fact immediately following the last fact that I got married, not quickly, but I got married, quickly, let's be honest. And people are like, oh, so you're an American now. Sadly, no, that's not how that works. I will eventually try and go for dual citizenship, but I'm still technically not a US citizen. I don't know. So my fourth fact you guys might not know. I actually don't have a middle name at all. When people hear that about me, they're like, is that an Australian thing? No, I just don't have a middle name. My little brother has no middle name either. Both of my parents have middle names. They just grew up hating theirs, so they decided not to give us any. Which, I don't know, it seems like a really random fact, but
Would you give your kids middle name?
definitely.
Okay.
To me, it's like, it's hard to pick from two names for the first thing. And then secondly, like, my husband has a very, like, family name for his middle name, so to me, but it's like it's bad. Like, it's not like
What is it?
it's Bartley. Like, it's not like necessarily, like, I like the name personally. Like, I love that name. I think that it's like a strong name, but like, I think a kid named Bartley would get picked on like a lot, So I would love to keep that name in our family, but I don't want to give that to my kid for a first name. So I think that keeping tradition alive is really important, especially with family names, but maybe not so much for a first name all the time. My fifth fact is I do actually have one tattoo. Maybe I can find a picture of it for you guys. It's just a really small M right here, and it's just in red ink. It's really simple. It's super, super small. A lot of people sometimes think it's a scratch because it's in red ink. But no, it's a little tattoo. It's an M from my best friend. His name is Mario, and he has a tattoo of an A on his neck. He's like fully tatted, like fingertips to like the tip of his chin. Like, he is fully tatted, so he always had one little empty space on his neck, and he said he never knew what he was going to get there, and then just felt right. It was the perfect size, so we just went for it. Another fact that I know you guys know is that I have two sugar gliders. Their names are Wayne and Wade, of course, because you can't have such a ridiculous pet and name them anything serious, but Wade is named after one of my favorite movies, Deadpool, and Wayne is named after Batman, Bruce Wayne. So there you go. We decided to keep the superhero tradition alive. Alright, fact number 7. I have posted a couple of times at my vehicle. I drive a really big truck and I love it, but my first vehicle was a smart car. I know that that surprises so many people. Elisa's like giving me a head shake, but yeah, I actually learned to drive in a Range Rover, my dad's Range Rover, and I loved it. I loved all of the space in it. And then I was living in Southern California, and traffic is garbage, and I was driving a lot, so I needed something that was efficient in gas, easy to park, things like that. So presto, I bought a smart car, and I loved it. It was super fun, but driving it in northern Idaho, in the snow. I drove it for 2 winters, and then I was like, I'm kind of over this. I started working at Nanamacers, had a job where I could like really afford to spend the money and buy myself my dream vehicle. So I did. Now I drive a giant truck, but I went from driving a smart car to a Nissan Titan. So I really did the full send on that one.
When did your dad start driving them?
My dad got his smart car actually really soon after mine because he had his Range Rover at the time. And then when I bought my smart car, he was like talking so much trash on it. He was like, little car, bleh. And he took it for a drive like up the mountains, and it's because it's so small, it just like boop, 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 like whips around those corners. And he had so much fun driving it. Like within a couple of weeks, he had decided to sell his Range Rover, and he bought himself a smart car. Yeah, and so now he has a little red smart car, and I have my truck. So I don't know. The love for smart cars transferred though. This is just a fact that really wowed Amanda. I really hope that Jacob includes a photo of him. My first celebrity crush was Michael Flatley. Lisa has no idea. Look him up on your phone. So he is actually the lead choreographer and lead dancer behind Lord of the Dance. I loved it when I was a kid. I was obsessed. I actually got to see them in concert. We'll see them live, and yeah, I don't know. I just thought he was just a real. Elisa's like disgusted right now. I just think he's a real sexy beast.
He's so old.
Oh, he's old now. When I was a kid, he was like in his late 20s and like
right. That was a long time.
total hunk, like a total hunk. And you stop. I'm so old. I'm actually turning 25 later this month, and I'm having a crisis about it. But yeah, first my celebrity crush, Michael Flatley. When I was young, he was a babe. You can't tell me he wasn't. Fact number 9, also super random. I've traveled a lot in my life, and through that time of all of my time in the air, I have met almost the entire cast of MTV show Pimp My Ride in various airports all over the world. I don't know, it felt like every time I went to fly somewhere, I just ran into one of them at an airport. It was just super random, but I have a prop for you guys today. So I was flying from Sydney to LA, and I actually got an exhibit, a signature from Exhibit, so there you go. He's actually really short in person, and it kind of shocked me, but Exhibit, still a fan. I actually had to dig through, I used to like keep journals and like take sketchbooks with me when I used to travel, and I spent forever digging up the journal that I thought it might have been in, but I just moved, so I know where everything in my house is right now, so I was able to find it for you guys today. There it is. It's 2010 right there. Yeah, I know. That's about the most organized I'll ever be, is finding things in my journal right after I move. Fact number 10 is actually a fact that I share with one of the other girls here. I was born on my mom's birthday, and so was Kayleen. Did you know that, Lisa?
Wait. Oh, I thought you meant she was born on your mom's birthday.
No.
Never mind.
No, Kayleen and I were both
So you guys share birthdays. How did that go growing up?
So my family never really celebrated birthdays that much, which is maybe why I go like full send for other people's birthdays now. But, yeah, I mean, we would kind of, when I was younger, obviously my mom would like let me have all the attention, but as I got older and I kind of like cared about it less, we would kind of trade off, and like we both really love Chinese food, and we both really love like, you know, sort of cheesecake, so we would always like pick this, like alternate years picking dinner and dessert kind of thing, but we kind of like the same food, so it was never too much of a hassle, I guess. But I never did like big birthday parties or anything when I was a kid, but yeah, born on my mom's birthday. Fact number 11, I obviously not born in the United States. I just love to shock people with the name of the town that I was born in, Buninyong. Try and spell that for me.
Again?
Buninyong.
Bunn. Yongg.
You're really close.
Double N. There's no double N.
No double N.
Oh.
And it's Young.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's, yeah, I don't know why. That's just I don't know, it's a random fact.
Does not sound like it would be in Australia.
No. Well, all of the towns there are mostly named after, like, Aboriginal, like, words and sayings. Like, the actual city in the Bunanyong is a part of is called Ballarat, which means man laying down with his knees in the air. Because if you look at the mountain, it looks like a dude laying down. I don't know. Anyway, I know. Fun facts. Anyways, fact number 12, I have been pierced over 50 times.
I don't know how that's possible.
Like
your piercings close a lot, or what?
Well, I take them out a lot. Well, I used to take them out. I'm pretty settled where I'm at right now. I think I've 19 or 20 right now. I have a lot in my ears. I think people don't realize. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, in total, I've been pierced over 50 times.
Mm-mm.
Fact number, you don't do the needles, huh?
No.
Well, I'm so proud of you for doing so well with your tattoos.
Thank you.
Fact number 13, I met my best friend who I have my tattoo for on a meme page on the internet. He runs just a really funny meme page, and a friend of mine, a friend of a friend actually tagged me in one of his posts, and I thought it was just like hilarious, and so I just followed the page pretty religiously. Like every day I would look at it and something would make me laugh, and so just on a shot in the dark I kind of messaged the page and I was like, you're hilarious, like you make me laugh every day, like never shut this page down or I'm gonna cry. And just out of that we just started talking, and then just something sparked and we just became best friends. So we actually have only met once. He flew from Chicago to Seattle, we met, went on a huge road trip, got tattoos, did the whole thing, and we're still best friends to this day. Which sounds kind of crazy to a lot of people, and I guess it is, but yeah, I don't know. That's my best friend. If I didn't work at Nanamax, I would want to be an interior designer. I would never not want to work at Nanamax, but I saw this was like, okay, I had a really hard time coming up with facts about myself, so I was like, how to come up with interesting facts about yourself. I'm not kidding, I actually did that. And someone was like, what would you do if you, like, what's your dream job? And I'm like, well, I have my dream job. But if this job didn't exist, I would love to be an interior decorator. I love furniture. I hoard it. I love it so much. So yeah, that's what I would do for them here. Fact number 15, I was on a plane, once again, flying from Texas to somewhere, I think Texas to California, and the engine on the plane exploded while we were in the air. Yeah, that one shook Elisa a little bit.
What did you guys do?
Yeah, so we were on the plane, we had just taken off, we were starting to pitch towards the direction we needed to go, and 3 just really loud bangs, and we were sitting kind of ahead of the wing, but we saw 3 giant fireballs fly out of the engine, like bang, bang, the lights flickered, stewardesses screaming and running. It's literally just like in the TV shows, like just like in the TV. And I feel like I've never had much of a fear of flying, and I didn't have a fear of flying after that, but yeah, after that they did manage to land the plane safely, and then we were stuck in an airport in Texas for like 2 days. It was torture, absolute torture, but we were eventually able to get on a plane that didn't explode, and yeah, that's about that. Crazy.
And you're not afraid of planes?
No, I've never really had a fear of flying. I used to get sick when I flew, but definitely not anymore. It's literally like getting in a car to me, no anxiety at all. And I thought after that, the next time I flew I might have an issue, but no, yeah, still no problem. My fact number 16, I took piano lessons for like over 5 years, and I can play the piano. I don't think you knew that.
Do you play it often?
I don't, just because I don't have one, and I obviously haven't practiced in a very, very long time, which is definitely a skill that I've lost. But if I sit down, like, there's still, after playing it for a little while, it, all kind of comes back to me, and there's a few songs that I can remember. But yeah, I wish I could get back into it. I kind of want to buy like a little upright piano for my house, because I have a really big house now, so kind of like, let's just fill up the space. But I think it would be really cool to start practicing again. But yeah, I have not played in a very long time, but I have like freaky long fingers, so my mom was like, put these to use, and got me a piano, and I loved playing it when I had one, so hopefully that's a skill that I can get back into. Speaking of skills I've lost, when I lived in Australia, it's really common for schools in Australia to have sister schools in Japan. So, starting at a really young age, I learned Japanese, and I actually used to speak conversational Japanese. I wasn't fully fluent, but I could definitely like hold really good, conversation in Japanese. And again, I haven't used it in years, so unfortunately, it's a skill that has kind of been lost over the years. But yeah, I can still sort of read and translate a lot of Japanese. But as far as like conversational, I would be able to survive if I were to vacation in Japan, but not as well as I used to. So once again, maybe that's a skill that I won't pick up again over the years. Fact number 18, I don't think this is really a secret, but I think it's just a fun fact because here I am in a silk dress and it doesn't look like it, but one of my favorite things ever is mud bogs. I love off-roading, I love four-wheeling, I love just all of it. Like, it's just so much fun. I just love loud trucks that climb up rocks. I just think it's so much fun. Lisa will never understand this about me, but I love just kind of getting muddy, and it's my favorite thing ever. I go a couple times a year, and it's something that I never miss. It's events that I never miss because they just like a little refresh for my soul. Like, they're just so much fun. I'm a total adrenaline junkie, which is maybe why planets exploding doesn't freak me out, but I don't know, I love it. Fact number 19, this is the part of the list where I really struggled to come up with things, but it's a fun fact. I actually met my husband on a blind date that neither of us wanted to go to. So you never know when you're gonna find love, guys. You never know. Fact number 20, and my final fact, my favorite author is Hunter Thompson. I think that a lot of that spurs from my rebellious teenage years, but he's an amazing, incredible author, and I just love his work. I've read all of his books and articles multiple times, and I just think he led like a really interesting, like incredible life, and I love his work. So yeah, that's it. There's 20 facts about me. Alright guys, well I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about me. I know a lot of those facts were super useless, but I hope some of them were at least a little bit interesting to you guys, and maybe you learned something new. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe because they are having a giveaway. I'm super excited about this one because I'm going to pick my favorite piece from our fall collection, and I'm going to send it to one lucky winner. So like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite fact about me was. What surprised you the most, or just something that you found endearing. I don't know. Let me know your favorite fact, and I will pick one lucky winner, and you will be receiving my favorite fall piece. Thanks for watching.